thanks so much for coming to the session today. Very exciting to see new faces and old faces. So today's session, in today's class, we will be doing some simple movements based upon the principles of Tai Chi. As always, just moving to where you feel comfortable. If you would like to do the movement seated, then you can, or you can do them standing. We've got a little bit of a balance section, so make sure you've got something to hold on to if you need to. But the really important thing is just to listen to your own body and just to move where you feel comfortable. So we're going to start off, obviously you can start seated or standing. So I'm going to start standing. So if everyone would like to bring their feet, so your feet are about hip width apart, your knees are nice and soft, and we're just going to start by connecting through the body. So it's a really lovely opportunity to relax as well and just release any tension. So just begin to melt those shoulders down your back. If you feel comfortable, you can just gently close your eyes and then just take a really nice deep inhale. So you're really filling those lungs up, and then taking a deep exhale and just letting go of any tension from the body. Now just bringing your awareness into your feet, feeling those feet really connected to the ground. And then we're just going to connect up through the body. And as you go, just softening any joints and releasing any tension. So connecting up from the feet and into those ankles. And then into the bottom of the legs. And then just softening those knees so they're actively relaxed. And then you're connecting up through the tops of the legs, just softening the hips, and then you're going to lengthen all the way up through the spine to the top of the head. And around that length, just have that sense of softening. Those shoulders are relaxed down, and just relax into the face, and then softening the hands. And then if you've got your eyes closed, just slowly opening the eyes and coming back into the room and just moving to where you feel comfortable. And we're just going to start off by inhaling those arms up into a circle. So you're just creating a circle with your arms. Those shoulders are still relaxed. And then we're going to connect our body with our breathing. So as you inhale, you're going to expand through those arms. And as you exhale, they're just gently floating back in. Lovely. So inhaling and expanding. And as you exhale, those arms are floating back in. Just nice, slow, steady breathing. Just going at your own pace. And you're breathing and moving your body, so connecting together. As you inhale, expanding out. And as you exhale, those hands are floating back in. The slow, steady breaths. That's good. We'll do a couple more of those. Expanding out through the arms and then floating back in. And then make this the last one. Lovely. And still keeping your arms in this circular position. Just going to mobilize into the spine. So you're going to gently rotate round to the left. And then you're going to relax back to center. And then we're going to rotate round to the right. So starting to feel that movement into those core muscles and just loosening up into the spine. Still relaxing those shoulders down as we just gently alternate sides. Keeping those hips facing forward, so you're getting a little bit of a separation between the upper and the lower body. As we just gently rotate, starting to warm up. Lovely, and keep that going if you can, just resting when you need to rest. Still softening into the face and into those hands. Wonderful rotation through the body. And we'll do that one more time each side, just take your time. Relaxing back to center, last time the other way. And relax back to center. Lovely, so we're going to add on to this now. So you're going to rotate round to the left. And then you're going to open out the left arm and look back at the left hand. Bringing the hands back to create that circle as you rotate back round to center. Lovely. And then we're going to do the same thing on the opposite side. So rotating round, open out the arm, look back at the right hand, and then slowly bringing it back into that circle and rotating back to center. Good. So we're going to repeat that, just gently alternating each side. Open out the arm, look back at the hand, and then bring it back into your circle, rotating to center. Lovely. And again on the opposite side, opening out the arm, looking back at the hand, and then bringing it back into center. And then we'll just do that one more time each side. Hopefully feeling a bit warmer through the body. And again, just taking it nice, slow and steady, flowing movements. Lovely. And then bring it back to center. Relax those arms down. So those hands are just floating back down. And then we're going to do some wonderful shoulder rolls backwards. So really thinking about the quality of your movement. So keep it nice, slow and controlled. Just noticing those shoulders working. Really hydrating into those joints. Lovely. Do a few shoulder rolls backwards. You might hear a little bit of creaking and clicking, which is totally normal. It just means it's good to do this to really loosen up into those joints. Lovely. One more shoulder roll backwards and relax those shoulders down. And we're going to move into a move called the wise owl turns its head. So your palms are facing your legs. You're still lengthening up through that spine. What we're going to do is turn and look over our shoulder. And as you do this, you're turning the palms forwards. So rotate forwards. And then you turn the head back to center and rotate the palms back to face the legs. Lovely. And then we'll go the opposite way. So you're looking over the shoulder, rotating the palms so they're facing forwards. And then slowly, again, bringing it back to center. And we'll just slowly alternate sides. This is really nice to mobilize into the neck. So it's like an owl turning its head and just opening out its wings. Just looking over the shoulder and rotating those palms forward. Slowly bringing it back to center. Nice, slow, steady breathing. Just taking your time with this. Looking over the shoulder and turning those palms forwards. Slowly bringing it back to center. Do that a couple more times each side. Taking your time. Just really warming up into all those joints. And then just do one more each side. Lovely. And last time onto the opposite side, looking over the shoulder and then taking it back to center. Brilliant. So we're going to move on to something called crane spreading its wings. Okay, so those knees are nice and soft. You're going to inhale those arms up to about chest height. And then we're going to push the left palm away. And then that left hand is going to come up towards the ceiling, right hand, palm facing the floor. And then you're going to draw a half circle with that hand, just releasing it to the side. Yeah, very nice. And we'll do that again. So you're going to bring the arms up to about chest height. And this time I'm going to push the right palm away. And then that right hand comes up towards the ceiling, left hand towards the floor. And then you're drawing a half circle. Lovely. And we're going to slowly alternate sides. So you're bringing those hands up to chest height, pushing that left palm away, and then the left hand comes up towards the ceiling. And then draw a half circle. Lovely. And again, going on to the opposite side, pushing that right palm away. The right palm is coming up towards the ceiling and then releasing that arm down towards your side. Beautiful. We'll just slowly repeat that. Alternating sides. Just take your time. Nice, slow, flowing movements. Still feeling wonderfully connected through the body, nice and grounded into those feet. And nice soft hands and soft face. Just release any tension. Really draw that half circle. It's good. We're going to do 2 more each side. Pushing the left palm away, and the left hand comes up towards the ceiling. And then draw that half circle. Good. And then pushing the right palm away, right hand comes up towards the ceiling. Again, drawing a half circle. Lovely. So 1 more each side. Slow flowing movements. Push that palm away and then up towards the ceiling, and then drawing a half circle. Lovely. And then we'll just return to center. So you're going to gather up, and then those hands are facing you as you slowly return to center. Good. And we'll do that a couple more times. Connecting up from the feet all the way through the body, out through to those hands. And again. Lovely. Okay, so what we're going to do now, so making sure your feet are still about hip width apart. So we're going to go into like an angel spreading its wings, but at the same time, you're going to go into a gentle knee bend. So you're going to bend those knees down, and you're going to open out those hands to the sides, and then you're going to release and lengthen back up. Good. I'm going to go again. So you're going to bend through the knees just the way you feel comfortable. Open those arms out to the side, and then slowly coming back up. So you look like a bird spreading your wings, just gently bending those knees, just the way you feel comfortable, and then slowly coming back up and releasing those hands down. Lovely. So really nice and connected through the body. And just moving to where you feel comfortable. So bending through those knees, we're starting to build a bit of heat into the legs now, and you might feel a bit of a stretch as well into your calf muscles at the bottom of the legs. Might hear a little bit of cracking into those ankles as well. Again, just take your time, nice slow flowing movements, gently bending those knees, bring those arms out to the sides, like an angel spreading its wings. Lovely, we'll do 1 more of those. Now, what we're going to do, if you feel comfortable, we're going to add on to this. It's a little bit of balance. We're going to go into a gentle heel raise. So you're going to go up onto the toes. Make sure you've got a chair or something near you to hold onto if you need to for balance. So we're going to go down into that gentle squat. You're going to bring those arms out to the side. And then you're coming up. And then you're going to go up onto your toes, lift your heels off the floor, and then slowly back down and bringing it back down as that gentle knee bend. And opening those hands out to the side as you come up. You're going to slowly go up onto those toes, lifting the heels. Yeah, very nice. And then slowly control the movement back down into that gentle knee bend. Lovely. So you might find your legs are starting to ache a little bit. So stopping to rest if you need to. But this is a really nice, slow, whole body movement that's going to help with your strength and your balance. A little bit of coordination as well. Good, so still softening into the face and those hands. See if you can challenge yourself and go up onto those toes. We're going to do 2 more of those. Lovely. And then making this the last one. Really opening out through those arms, floating them back down, and then going up onto those toes and bringing it down. Ooh, can certainly feel that in my legs. Well done, everyone. Okay, so we're going to move on now to praying to Buddha. So for this one, you're going to take a really nice deep inhale. You're going to circle those arms round up overhead, bringing those hands into a prayer position, and then slowly bringing the hands down the center of the body. Lovely, and again. So you're going to inhale, arms coming all the way up overhead, hands into that prayer position, and then slowly sinking down the center. Very nice. And if it's too much bringing your hands all the way overhead, you can just do a very small version where you just take it, don't take it overhead. So again, just moving to where you feel comfortable. Lovely, nice deep inhale, arms coming up, hands together into a prayer position, and slowly sinking down the center. Lovely, we'll do one more of those. Nice deep inhale, circle those arms up and round, and then slowly sinking down the center. And we're going to pause here. So those shoulders are nice and relaxed. And we're going into a mudra, which is a hand pose in yoga. So you're going to bring your fingertips and thumbs together and create like sort of like a diamond shape with your hands. So just pausing into this position here. Lovely. Then you're going to open the hands out, so you're creating like a triangle. So you've got your thumbs and fingers together in the center, and then you're going to press those hands forward and gently bend those knees. So you're going into a little bit of a chest press. Lovely. And then bringing those hands back in towards you and lengthening back up through the legs. Take those hands back together and then gently release down by your sides. Take a nice deep inhale, bringing those arms up overhead, lovely big stretch. Hands together into that prayer position as you slowly sink them down in front of the body. Lovely, pause here, bringing those hands back into that mudra. So you've got those fingers and thumbs still together. Relax those shoulders down. Opening the hands out into that triangle shape. And then press forward and sink down into those knees and just pause here. Lovely, and then bringing it back up. Taking the fingertips back together and then slowly releasing those hands down by your side. Lovely, deep inhale, lovely big stretch through the body. Hands are back together again as they sink down in front. Lovely, we're going to pause here, bring it back into that mudra. So you taking those fingertips together and the thumbs. Open those hands out so the palms are facing away and then press forward. Pause here, sinking down into that knee bend if you can. Lovely, take those hands back in towards you, fingertips back together, and release down by your side. Lovely. Okay, so we're going on to a little bit of balance, so make sure you do have a chair next to you if you need to. We're going to add the arms in as well, so if you're seated, you can still do the arm section. Okay, so what we're going to do is a heel to toe stand. So you're going to bring your left foot in front of your right foot. So it looks like you're on a line. So slowly bringing the left foot in front of your right foot. You should have a little bit of a gap between the toe and the heel. And already you can see that that's already challenging your balance. So if you can bring those hands together into that mudra. Really think about your core muscles. So you're really tucking your tummy in. Really strong through the core muscles, and you might have a bit of a wobble going on with the legs, but that's normal. It's good for that balance. Try and keep the weight even over both of the feet. Lovely, keep holding it there if you can. And then gently release the hands, bringing the feet back to hip width apart. Well done. And then we'll go on to the opposite side. So you're going to step the opposite foot in front. So we've got the right foot in front now. A little bit of a gap between the toe and the heel. Nice and strong as those core muscles, even weight over the feet. Bring those hands back together into that mudra. So you've got those fingers and thumbs together. Those shoulders are still relaxed down, just relaxing into the face. Lovely and strong as those core muscles as you stand and balance. This is your own personal balance challenge. So if it's too much doing this, you can hold on to something. And then as you get better, you can see if you can just hold on with 2 fingers and then none. So see what's best for you. And then you can add in the hands. Lovely. And then we're going to release, bringing those feet back to hip width apart. Give those legs a little bit of a shake to release any tension if you need to. And then we're going to go back onto the opposite side, and we're going to add in a little bit more if you feel comfortable. So taking your left foot in front of the right, we're back into that toe to heel stand. Now you can either stick with just staying here, or what you can do is do a pray to Buddha. So you're going to bring the hands up overhead, and you'll find this is going to challenge your balance a little bit more because you're moving that eyesight, that eye line. Bring those hands down into that prayer position. Slowly down in front, nice and strong into those legs. Hands into that mudra. Yeah, lovely. And then open out into that triangle. And then you're not going to do a knee bend here. You're just going to press forwards with the hands. And then back to center. Back, bringing those fingertips together. And then release. And then bring the feet hip width apart. Well done. Okay, so going on to the opposite side. So taking the other leg in front. So we're back onto the right leg in front, left leg at the back. You've got a little bit of a gap between the toe and the heel. Weight evenly distributed. And just make sure those knees are soft. So don't lock the knees out. Nice and soft. If you want that extra challenge, you can slowly bring those hands up overhead. Bring those hands together into that prayer position as they slowly sink down the center of the body. Make sure you've got something near to you if you need to for balance. And then taking it into that mudra, so fingertips together and thumbs. Lovely, opening those hands out, palms facing forward, press forwards. Nice, and bring it back in. Fingertips back together, release, and then just bring those feet hip width apart. Lovely, well done everyone. Bit of a balance challenge for you. Okay, so we're going to do one more thing standing, which is going to really work into the legs. And then we're going to all sit down and do some stuff seated. Right, so you're going to walk your feet out. So they're quite wide apart, but whatever's comfortable for you. Your feet are kind of sticking out on a diagonal. And we're going to go into something called a horse stance. So you're going to bend your knees. It looks like you're sitting on a big horse, which is, must be why they call it a horse stance. So you're lovely and strong into your legs. Any time that you feel the legs are hurting too much, then just come up out of the horse stance. Okay, so we're sitting down in a horse stance. We're going to bring those hands into fists. Palms are facing you. Lovely. And what we're going to do is move into something called pulling the bow. So you're going to come up out of the horse stance, and then you're going to create an L shape with your right hand, with the thumb and the finger. And the left hand stays into a fist. And then you're going to pull the bow and you're going to sink down into that horse stance, into that squat, and look over to the right hand. Lovely. So you're nice and strong into those legs. And then you're going to release the bow. You're going to come back up to center, come out of the squat, and you're going to swap the hands over. So the hands cross, and then you've got the left hand into the L shape with the thumb and finger. Right hand into the fist as you slowly sink down into that squat and looking over to the opposite side. Hold it there and release. So you're releasing that arrow, coming back up to center, come out of the squat, and then swapping those hands over. So now you've got the right hand into the L shape and the left hand into the fist as you sink back down. You'll really start to notice this working into the legs as well. Good, and release, back up to center. Swap those hands over, sink back down into that squat. That elbow's nice and high. Lovely, and release. And again, back up to center, and we're swapping it back over to the opposite side. Sink down into that squat, really nice and strong into those legs. Lovely, release, back up to center. We'll just do this one more time each side, slowly alternating. Lovely, taking it back up to center. Swapping those hands over, creating that L shape. On the right hand, left hand into a fist as you sink back down. Lovely, release. And then last time onto the opposite side. Sinking back down into that lovely squat. And releasing and coming back up to center. Just relax those arms down and then just slowly walk the feet in. So they're about hip width apart. So we're going to take a really nice deep inhale, and you can bring those arms all the way up overhead. Those palms are going to face you as they slowly sink the hands down the center. So just returning to center, gathering up all of that energy, feeling nice and connected, warmer through the body. And then we'll do that one more time. Nice deep inhale, bringing those arms all the way up overhead, and then slowly floating back down the center of the body. Lovely. And then finding a seat, we're going to move on to a few things seated. Just screen down here. Go back a bit. Okay, so even when you're seated, you're still thinking about your posture and how you're sitting in the chair. So you want to make sure that your feet are still about hip width apart. Your ankles, knees and hips are still all in line. And I don't want to see anyone slouching. So you're going to lengthen up through the spine to the top of your head, and just relax those shoulders down. Lovely. So we're going to move on to some leg kicks. So you'll feel a lovely stretch at the back of the leg and also work into your thigh. So we're going to start with the left leg. You're going to slowly lift the foot up. You're going to pause at the top, and you're going to slowly bring that leg back down. Good, so we're going to do it 4 times this side. Slowly lifting up, pausing at the top, and then slowly bringing that foot back down. So hopefully you'll be feeling this into your quad at the top of the thigh there. And again, we're coming back up and pausing, and then slowly bringing the foot back down. And then last time onto this side. So lifting up the foot, pausing at the top, and then slowly bringing it back down. Perfect. And we're going to do the same thing onto the opposite side. So still sitting up nice and tall, and then again, slowly lifting up that leg, getting a bit of a stretch at the back of the leg as well as we do this. Slowly bringing the foot back down. Going to aim for 4 on this side. Lovely, we're halfway through. Hopefully you're feeling this into the top of the leg. It's a really good one to strengthen those leg muscles. So you bring the foot down, and then we'll do one more on this side. Lifting up, straightening the leg, and then slowly bringing it back down. Beautiful. Okay, so we're going to bring those hands into fists. Your elbows are going to be stuck to your sides. Palms are facing upwards. We're going to go into some punches. So we're going to start with the left arm. So you're going to punch, rotate forwards, and then bringing it back in. Staying on the left side, so punch forwards, left side, bringing it back in. Good, we're going to do 2 more on this side, punching forwards and back in. Lovely, noticing the quality of that movement as you punch forward and slowly bring it back in. Perfect, and then we're going to do the same thing onto the opposite side, so punching forwards, rotating, and then rotate it back to the start position, aiming for 4 of these on this side. That's 2, and then we're going to do 2 more. Lengthen the arm forward. Lovely. And last one. Good. And taking it back in. Okay, so we're going to add the legs and the arms together. This is where it gets confusing because we're going to do opposite sides. So opposite hand, opposite leg. So we're going to start with the right leg lengthening up and then the left hand punching forwards. Here we go, a bit of coordination involved. And you're going to alternate sides, so swap. So opposite hand punching forwards, opposite leg kicking. Lovely. Now you can take this nice and slow to start with, just so you get that coordination, that strength through the body. But if you want to, you can speed it up a little bit. Still making sure that you're using those core muscles to help you stabilize through the body as you're punching and kicking forwards. Lovely. And this is where you build a little bit more heat, and you might feel that you're using those lungs a bit more Just resting when you need to rest. Good. All right, let's just do 2 more each side and make sure you're even. Perfect. And then once you've done that, just relax those arms down and just give those shoulders a little bit of a roll backwards just to release any tension you might have there. Okay, so we're going to shuffle a little bit forward onto your chair. So you're towards the front half of the chair. So you sort of bottom shuffle forwards. Make sure you don't go too far. I don't want anyone tipping out of their chairs. So we're going to go into something called a goddess pose. And this gives us a really nice stretch onto our inner thighs. So you're going to say you walk your feet out. And you've got a little bit of a stretch onto the inner thighs. Lengthen up through that body. And then we're going to move into some body circles. So what this is you're going to transfer your weight over into the right bottom cheek. And then you're going to transfer the weight forwards and round into the left bottom cheek and then round towards the back of the chair. Now really think about your tummy muscles here. So your tummy muscles are helping you to control that movement as you slowly rotate the body round. So you're still lengthening up through that spine, keeping your gaze forward so you don't get too dizzy. So don't drop the head too much as you slowly rotate round and just really noticing the gentle transfer of weight over the sit bones and also over your feet as well as you rotate round. Lovely. You might feel this working a little bit into the hips as well. And then you're slowly bringing it back up to centre. And then we're going to do the same thing, rotating the other way. So you're going to transfer the weight over to the left side, then forwards and round in front, round to the right, and then transferring the weight round to the back of the chair. So moving in those body circles. Take it nice and slow. You don't want to get too dizzy doing this movement. And just notice again that gentle weight transfer over the bottom and over the feet. Good, and we'll go around one more time. And then slowly bring yourself back up to centre. Good, hopefully you're all feeling okay and not too dizzy. And we're going to lengthen our right hand up towards the ceiling. And then we're going to stretch over to the left. Yeah, lovely. So you should feel a really nice stretch all the way down the side of the body into that armpit. Holding it there and then coming back up to centre, release the hand down, going on to the opposite side. So you're going to lengthen the left hand up towards the ceiling and then stretching over to the right. Wonderful stretch all the way down the side muscles. And again, just go to where you feel comfortable. Gently releasing, come back to centre, release the hand down. And then we'll do one more each side. So you're going to lengthen the arm up and stretch it over. Very nice. And then taking it back up to centre, releasing the hand down. Last time onto the opposite side, lengthen that left hand up and then stretch over to the right. Good. And bring it back to centre, release the hand down. And see if you can squeeze those legs together without sort of shuffling your feet. So really think about using your inner thighs to bring the legs back together. Perfect. And then you're going to, we're going to stay towards the front half of the chair. And we're going to do some lovely stretches into our chest and into our upper back. So you're going to take your arms, if you can, round towards the back of the chair. You're going to really push the chest out, lifting the head, and really inhale into that wonderful stretch across the chest muscles. Lovely. So this is what it looks like from the side. So you're towards the front half of the chair. And then you're just, if you can, bringing the arms back, lifting the chest, looking forwards. And then what you're going to do is you're going to round through the spine. You're going to bring those arms out in front, drop your chin to your chest. So now we're getting a lovely stretch into our upper back. And just hold it here. And then you're going to gently release, bring those hands back round into that wonderful chest stretch, really pushing the chest out, feeling that wonderful stretch. Just breathe into this. Really good for that posture. And then gently releasing, bring those arms back round in front of the body. Drop your chin to your chest. Get that lovely stretch into the upper back. And again, moving back into that lovely chest stretch. Pushing the chest out in front. Shoulders are back. And then moving into that wonderful upper back stretch as the hands come round. So if you're hugging a big tree, drop your chin to your chest. Lovely. And then we'll do one more chest stretch. So bring those hands back and round. Lovely deep breath and inhale into that stretch. And then just releasing those arms down. Really good one for your posture. Okay. So still towards the front of your chair, we're going to move on to a really nice stretch into the back of the leg, into your hamstring. So making sure you're at the front of the chair, you're going to lengthen one leg out in front of you. Actually, it'll probably be better if I go sideways. So you're going to lengthen one leg out in front of you, and then your toes are going to be up towards you. So really bring the toes up, and then you're going to gently just bend forwards. So take care, I don't want anyone tipping out of their chairs. So just go to where you feel comfortable. You should be feeling a really nice stretch down the back of the leg, really lifting those toes up. Try not to collapse through the body, so you're still nice and strong into that core. And you're just going to hold that stretch there and just breathe into it. Try to relax into that lovely stretch into the back of the leg. That's good. And then you're going to slowly come up. Bring that foot back in. And then you're going to go on to the opposite side. So lengthen the opposite leg out in front of you. Toes are really coming up towards you. And then you're going to gently bend forward. So you're getting a really nice stretch at the back of the leg. Still nice and strong into those core muscles. So try not to collapse through the top half of the body. And again, just breathe and relax into that lovely stretch. Just holding it there. And then slowly coming back up to center. Lovely. And you're going to shuffle back onto your chairs. Take a nice deep breath in, circle those arms up overhead, lovely big stretch. All the way up towards the sky, and then release those hands down by your sides. Lovely, and then rest the hands just onto the thighs. And then we're just going to finish off with some really nice meditation. So just get yourself comfy onto your chair. You can relax now, you can slouch if you want to. We're just going to start to feel a wonderful wave of relaxation over the body. So if you feel comfortable, you can just gently close your eyes. Okay, so I'd like you to think about the top of your head and all the little muscles into the scalp. And just allow them to relax and let go. And then starting to release any tension that you might have across your forehead. So really softening into the face. Beginning to soften into the eyes, the cheeks, mouth, and jaw muscles. Just letting the entire face relax and let go of any tension. Starting to soften now into the neck muscles. Just release any tension there. A lot of the time when we're stressed, it's reflected in the body, so you might find that your shoulders are really shrugged up. Just allow them to relax down and soften. Feeling that wonderful wave of relaxation just slowly moving over the shoulders and down through the tops of the arms. Softening into your elbows. Gently relaxing and releasing any tension down through the forearms. Softening your wrists and your hands. So softening the backs of the hands and the palms of the hands. And release any tension out through the fingers and the thumbs. And just noticing as you start to become more relaxed, just a gentle rise and fall of your chest as you're breathing. So as you inhale, the chest is gently rising. And as you exhale, it's gently floating back down. And if any thoughts start wandering into your head, don't judge them and just let them float away like floating clouds. Now thinking about the long muscles either side of your spine, and just let them relax. Softening into your lower back and into your tummy. And softening into the hips now. As you feel that wave of relaxation just rolling over the tops of the legs and the back of the legs. Softening into your knees. And gently relaxing down through the shins and the calf muscles. Softening your ankles and your feet. So softening the tops of your feet and softening the soles of your feet. And just release any tension out through the toes. Just having a wonderful sense of peace and calm. A wonderful sense of well-being. And just keep with you that lovely feeling of relaxation and calm as you slowly start to become a bit more alert and a bit more aware. Starting to move the hands and the feet. And when you're ready, just slowly coming back into the room. So opening the eyes and then slowly sitting up in your chair. So really lengthening up through the spine. But just keep with you that lovely feeling of relaxation and calm. And then we'll just stretch the neck out. So you're just going to bring the head over to one side. Let the head go nice and heavy. Getting a wonderful stretch into the neck. And then bring your head up to centre and then over to the opposite side. Get stretch onto the other side there. And then bringing the head back up to centre. This time you're going to bring your chin down towards your chest. So you're getting a stretch into the back of the neck now. Taking the head back up to centre and then slowly looking up towards the ceiling, just where you're comfortable. And bring the head back to centre. Take a really deep inhale. Circle the arms round, up overhead. Really lovely big stretch. Deep breath out and let it go. And then one more of those. Take a nice deep inhale. Circle the arms up, stretching up overhead. And deep breath out. And relax those arms down. Well done, everyone. Good job.